Good choices. All right, Brittany, really interesting development too. So you're taking your iconic American entertainers and you're actually creating a further subgroup by including iconic American entertainers that have appeared in Quentin Tarantino movies. Excellent, really good job. I mean, that creates a subgroup which further identifies this piece as a series, right? So I was really pleased to see that concept development right there. Okay, so as far as the actors and actresses go, yes, these are absolutely iconic American entertainers, household names, recognizable by sight. So definitely. One comment I do want to make has to do with the images themselves. That's a great image right there. It'll be perfect for the postage stamp. I could see the crop being something like this. Watch my cursor. Being something like that. And then this is a fantastic image. Really a great image, Kurt Russell. Um, that's another perfect portrait image for a postage stamp. These two, not so much, and let me explain the reason why. Because these are actually stills from the movie, right? Which is great because the individual is in character. However, they're not set up in this kind of perfect portrait positioning like these two. Um, these are more set up as these are actually shots from the movie, right? So you don't have this portrait relationship. The viewer doesn't have this intimate portrait relationship that they get with a proper portrait, meaning head and upper shoulders, where the subject is actually either looking in the camera or near the camera, but definitely not away from the camera. That creates a nice relationship between viewer and subject. If you have the subject looking away, that's not going to create as strong and powerful a connection between the viewer and the subject in the stamp, as we can see right here. Also, think of portrait, head and upper shoulders. Watch my cursor. If we crop this as such, then this character is looking away from the camera, looking away from the focal point, and we won't see the hammer in the portrait. So therefore, it's going to create just kind of a really uncomfortable situation that could be rectified by choosing an image of Calvin Candy that is actually looking in the camera or somewhere near the camera. And then the problem with this is the perspective. Right now, the camera is looking up at Daryl Hannah, so it's going to create some unusual perspective distortions when you uh, illustrate it. Also, it's not. This is not going to fit in the series. If you think the commonalities of the series would be portrait, portrait, and then portrait, and then here, this is not necessarily a portrait, but it's looking up, and the face is looking at a different angle, and it's not going to be consistent with the presentation of the other portraits. I hope that makes sense. Also, we want the focal point to be actually the actual entertainer and not something else. In this particular still from the movie right here, the emphasis is right here on the syringe, not on her. Okay, so we want to make sure that we've got an image that features the character and not what the characters are holding or what the character is doing, as we see right here. Okay, by the way, I was so glad you picked this role by Leonardo DiCaprio, which I think honestly I wonder if he won any awards for this word that role. I don't know if he did, but wow, what an intense role. Probably, I would say that this character, Calvin Candy in Django, was probably definitely in the top 10 of the most nasty, evil characters in Hollywood history. Wow, that was an intense role. I still get chills about thinking about what a nasty, nasty character he played in that role, and he did it perfectly. So that's a really great choice. Probably one of his most underrated roles. And again, I can't say that for sure because I'm not real sure if he was nominated for anything in that particular role, but what a great role. They're all great roles. Well, Quentin Tarantino, of course, they're all great roles, right? All right, good choices. Any questions at all, please let me know. Thank you very much. Nice job. Thank you.